Namaste. Lovely to be with you. We have an hour and a half practice. We're going to move through a bit of warm up. We're going to do some of our sun salutes, and tonight we're going to do some moon salutes as well. Now, as some of you come to my class regularly know, I always mess up when I'm teaching my moon salutes, so hopefully I can nail it tonight. So, as always, practice to suit your body. So do as your body tells you, not as I tell you, and just listen and work with what's going on with yourself today. We'll begin in our Shavasana pose. So if you want to get yourself comfortable lying down on your back, and we can let the legs stretch away, so let the feet flop open to the sides, and bring the arms by the side with the palms facing upwards. Allow yourself to have a few moments getting comfortable, so having a little wiggle around. Draw the chin in slightly. Let the palms of the hands face up to the sky. And the eyes gently close. And we'll begin with some breath through our nose. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So we'll go for 3 of these types of breaths. So nice and full inhale. And exhaling out of the mouth. Nice full inhale. And as we exhale out of the mouth, making a noise, a sigh, a release. One more like that in the nose. And out of the mouth. And then just letting the breath flow. So breathing through your nose, if that's uncomfortable, then any way that suits, but preferably breathing through the nose. And we'll just spend a moment letting our day fade away. So all the things we've been doing to get to this moment, and all the things to come later, just letting it all slide away. As we become present in our body. So let's start by listening to all the different sounds in the environment around us. Those sounds that are near and those sounds that are far away. The spaces between the sounds, the moments of silence. Just moving from the most distant sound you can hear and tracking into the nearest sound you can hear. Perhaps that would be like the sound of your breath. as we bring our awareness now upon our breath, the sound, sensations, the movement it creates within the body. Observing how you're breathing. Does it feel particularly fast or particularly slow or somewhere in the middle? What's longer, your inhalation or your exhalation? Perhaps they're the same. Is it more an abdominal breath or more of a chest breath? Is the air flowing through the nostrils evenly? Choosing a part of the breath to focus upon, whether it be the air flowing through the nostrils, movement of the chest, movement of the belly, maybe the whole wave of the breath that flows in and flows out. Coming back to the breath. Keeping the focus and awareness on the breath as we start to change the way that we are breathing. We're looking to cultivate a long, slow, smooth breath. Long, slow, smooth breath. A more complete full breath. And as we take our exhalation, we use a contraction of the abdominals, particularly lower down abdominals, to control that breath flowing out. On the exhalation, there's a feel of the belly button sinking back in towards the spine. So exhalation creates space. It's an opportunity to let go. In the inhalation, we're looking at sense of expansion through the chest. So lifting of the sternum, the rib cage expanding out to the sides and out behind and out in front. When that is nice and full, the breath then moves down to feel through the belly as well. Keep breathing in this way into the chest and out from the belly. We're going to keep breathing in this way throughout our class as we add our movements. So we'll bring a little wiggle into our fingers and a little wiggle into our toes, so livening with that gentle sensation. And the knees will bend, so we'll bring our feet onto the floor and point the knees up towards the ceiling. We'll keep the eyes closed if you like, or opening them if you like. We'll bring our arms in to rest by the body. And we'll take a breath in, press the feet down to the earth, lifting the hands up off the floor and reaching them up to the sky. And letting them flow with the breath all the way behind, so they're touching the floor behind your head. And then on the exhale, arms do a reverse of that, so they flow up towards the sky. And continuing all the way down till they come to rest on the floor near to the body. And we keep working to our breath, our rhythm. On the inhalation, arms flow up, all the way over. On the exhalation, coming back down. Thinking about those breaths into the chest, out from the belly. Full, complete breaths, and feeling the breath and the movement working together. So on that inhalation, we begin our inhale, the arms lift up. And as the arms move up and overhead, we're creating some length, some space, so there's more room for that inhalation. And with our exhalation, the belly draws in and the arms reach up. And it's like they're moving the air out as they flow back down. Completing one more round. And then we're going to come with our arms stretching out to the side. So bring them out along the floor, reaching out either side of the torso. So we've got a T shape with our torso. And we're going to keep the knees bent, but step the feet wide so they come right out towards the edge of your mat. They are wider than your hips. Taking our inhale here, and as we exhale, we'll bring both knees over towards the right side. Inhale and back up through to the center. And exhale, draw the belly in over to the left side. Inhale, draw it to the middle. Exhale over to the right. We can take our gaze out to the left. Inhale, center. Exhalation, glide the legs over, take the gaze to the right, legs to the left. Inhale, back up to the center. And again, exhale out to the side. Slowly awakening through our hips, the buttocks, the thighs, gently twisting through the lower back. As we come over to the right this time, take the gaze out to the left. We're going to stay a couple of breaths. We've got the option here of bringing the right foot and perhaps resting it upon the left knee. left knee a little deeper towards the earth. If you have that foot on the knee, we'll take it and release. Inhale into the middle and exhale, both legs moving to the left, gaze coming to the right. The left foot might rest upon the right knee here. Couple of deep breaths. And next inhalation, we'll release the foot from the knee, draw the legs back up into the centre. And we'll bring our feet back together, knees are still up towards the ceiling. And keeping the left foot grounded, we're going to lift the right foot up, place the right foot upon the left knee. And we're opening our right knee away from the torso. We're looking to get a little bit of a stretch perhaps through the hip and buttock. So if you're experiencing that here, fantastic, we can stay here. If you want to go a little deeper, we can take the left foot up off the ground and take the hands in, so we can thread through the arm, take the hands in behind the knee or even into the shin. Think about the head and shoulders staying on the earth. We can hold on with our left hand, and our right hand can actually just provide a little bit of pressure onto the right knee. Three slow, smooth, steady breaths. And then using an exhalation, dropping the left foot down to the floor. And we're going to take a little twist here. So bring the left knee down to the floor on the left side of the body, and the right foot will come down and plant on the floor. We can bring our arms out at shoulder height. Perhaps even our right arm will reach above slightly, so it's coming more around to the head. We can move our right knee away from the torso a little. It's going to bring a little bit of awareness through this buttock and thigh area. And using an inhalation, we'll bring our legs back into the middle and we'll replace our right foot down and just take a little swish side to side with both legs. And settling back into the centre again. Planting both feet, and we'll keep the right foot on the floor. As we lift our left foot up, it comes to be onto our right knee. And this might be enough for you here. We can press the left hand into the left knee, keeping that little bit open there. Or we can take that right foot up off the ground, draw in a bit closer towards our torso, hand behind the thigh, or possibly onto the shin. Remember, we can have our left hand on our left knee, just gently pushing away. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Slow and smooth and steady with the breath. Into the chest, out with the belly, drawing into the spine. On an exhalation, we'll let the right foot drop down to the ground. We can bring our arms at the side. Exhaling again, gently taking the right leg over to the right side, and the left foot will plant down towards the ground. We can take our left hand up and slightly overhead. You can even bring the right hand and gently put an ever so slight pressure through the left, so we're opening the knee away from the torso. One more breath here. And then we'll use our inhalation, coming up, unhooking the legs, give them a little swish side to side. And we'll come to be seated, so we can bring the hands into the earth behind us, press the palms of the hands down and draw yourself up, or any other way that you would like to come up to be seated in a comfortable position. If you want to have a blanket or a cushion or something under the bottom here, please set yourself up. And when you're ready, we're just going to bring our circles in, so the upper body moving around the lower body in any version of a circle that you like. So deep or big or small or fast or slow, heaps backwards or heaps forwards, whatever. And reverse the direction, we'll spin our circle the other way. And again, play around. You can do this so many different ways. Up into the middle again. I'm going to keep going with these circles. So we'll circle through our shoulders, thinking about a nice big range of movement. So up high, down low, lots forward, lots backwards. Really move those shoulders. And changing to the opposite direction. And shoulders relaxing, and we'll keep circling. So let's keep circles theme going. We'll bring a circle into our head here. Gently moving, so we're getting gentle movement through the neck. And switch the direction. And roll back into the middle. Hands by the side. And with the breath in, we'll reach our hands up to the ceiling. And with the hands held up here, we'll just start to make a nice tight fist and then extend and open out through the fingers as wide as you can. So tight fist and open, tight fist and open, and we'll just keep repeating this. And keep going. We'll get a bit faster. So we might begin to get that lactic acid burn in our arms. We'll keep going. We'll keep going like now, we'll go like fast, fast. And as fast as we can go. Definitely getting that lactic acid burn. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the eyes. Bring the hands down to rest, palms facing up on your knees. Just let the awareness rest down the hands. experiencing any sensation that you have right here, right now. And as we get a softening of that sensation, as it begins to become a little bit more mild, open up the eyes again, and we'll just do a little circle again, circle, 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 into our wrists, and the opposite direction. And while we're doing circles, let's let our hands just have a little shake off. And take our legs out in front of us and just some circles into our ankles. Ooh, crack, crack. And the other direction. Great, okay. Now we'll come around into our hands and knees, our tabletop position. And in tabletop, just a little bit of a sway side to side. So just a sideways movement through the spine as we snake side to side. And then taking any movement here that is going to just open up through your spine, know any spots that, or investigate and find any spots that feel like they need a little stretch or anything. So just a sort of freestyle movement through here. And a few more breaths as we go through here. And then we'll come to stillness in our tabletop. Left hand, right leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, replace. Other side, so right hand, left foot. Inhale, lift. Exhale, replace. Back we go to the first side. So inhale, lift, reach the toes back, the fingers forward. Exhale, replace. Inhale, lift. Exhale, replace. So as we do this, bring awareness into the hips. Think about the hips staying square. So we don't want to lift up and tilt our hips. The little toe is trying to sort of spiral downwards. We have that internal rotation of the leg, and that will help to keep those hips a little level. Last one, and then we'll go again, just have a little wiggle. And we're going to go a left hand, right foot. We're going to try to take a half bow here. So get steady and stable, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and using an inhalation, left hand, right leg. Then bending at the knee so that the foot presses up towards the sky. We'll sweep that left hand around, and can you take a hold of your foot? And we balance here, and we take a breath. Gaze down at the earth. And using an inhale, release and stretch and extend with the arm and the foot. And exhale, bring it down. Have a little wiggle. And finding our stillness and finding some stability. So we're pressing down to the earth, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and using an inhalation, right arm, left leg. Bend the knee, take the right hand, sweep it around the side and grab a hold of the foot. And we balance here. See if we can open the chest a little. Open through the hip a little, the left hip. And using an inhalation, we can release and extend with the arm and the foot. And exhale down and have a little shake. And we'll bring our bottom down onto our heels and extend the arms out. So we'll just take a few breaths in a child's pose. So just using it as an opportunity to reconnect with the breath, restore a little. Staying in our child's pose, we're going to slide our hands around to be resting near to the legs, and then actually lifting the hands up so that they rest one on top of the other on our lower back. Notice which hand is on top, the left or the right. Taking a breath in, we're going to lift up, so come off the bottom off the heels, and coming up to a high knee. The arms are extending forward in front and up to the sky for Trasana. And exhale, come back down to your child's pose. Bring the opposite hand on top as we're resting one on top of the other on the lower back. Inhale, press down to the earth with the feet, with the shins, with the knees as we lift and open up. And on the exhale, down we go, one hand on top of the other. Inhale, extension through the spine. Think about the crown of the head being up tall, the tailbone reaching down low. Gaze might come up on the inhale. One last round. And then the hands can slide off the back and drop onto the floor. And we can bring our arms back around in front in our extended child's pose. And from here we're going to cycle and flow through to our downward facing dog. So using an inhale, we'll come to our tabletop. So press the hands down, come up through the knees as we lift into our tabletop. Exhale, the toes go under, the knees lift, the sit bones reach up towards the sky as we move through to our downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees back down to the earth. And exhale, untuck the toes, take the bottom to the heels, down we go to our Balasana, our child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, moving slowly and gently and awakening through each part of the movement. Inhale, lower those knees back down, connect them to the earth. Down we go through to our child's pose. Moving through to the rhythm of your breath. So let the breath control the rate of the movement, but purposely breathing in a slow, smooth breath. Thinking about that exhalation, belly draw in. Inhalation, fill the chest. then the belly. Now we will meet in our downward facing dog. So whatever part of the cycle you are in, next time you are in your downward facing dog, we'll stay there. While we're here, we might walk the dog, so we could bend one knee, straighten the other heel towards the earth and swap it over so we can walk the dog. Or perhaps we might like to sway those hips from one side to the other, getting a nice stretch through the sides of the body. So have a little play around, keep those hands pressing down, so through the knuckles, the palms of the hands. Keeping the sit bones up high. Whatever bend we need in the knees to keep those sit bones high, keep that lower back from arching. And then finding stillness in our down dog. And we'll take a breath in and slowly walk our feet so they're drawing towards the hands. Maybe the hands will draw back to the feet at some point. We'll fold over on our legs with our breath out. Bend the knees and curl our way up to stand. So vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae. Into our Tadasana. So take a moment here to set your Tadasana. Bring those feet in under the hips. Tailbones down. Sternums lifting. Arms reaching to the earth. We can gently close the eyes. Chin's ever so slightly drawn in, but there's length through the back of the neck as the crown of the head reaches to the sky. Bringing the hands together in front of the heart. We set an intention, whatever you desire, may I be. What will you bring in? Draw your intention to your heart. Let it flow through your body, enriching and enlivening, being cemented into every cell. And then we'll bring the arms down and we'll open up our eyes. And we have 4 rounds of our Surya Namaskar, sun salutes. So I will go side on. We'll start in our Tadasana. And using an inhalation, we'll reach to touch the sky. So long and tall through the body to the sky. And as we exhale, softness in the knees, reach forward and fold over so that the hands come down towards the earth. As we inhale, we're lifting up, opening the chest so the shoulder blades draw in. Exhale, the hands plant, and we step back and lower to the earth. So knees, hips, chest. Pressing down, we breathe in, peel forward and up, press through those hands. Keep the pubic bone pressing to the earth. Exhale, toes under, sit bones up to the sky. Step the feet slightly forward into our downward facing dog. Inhaling, and we will bring our feet back to our hands. We can do those little steps or perhaps a lunge or a jump. And exhale, fold down to our legs. Inhale, reaching up to touch the sky once more. And exhalation back into our Tadasana. So 2 more rounds like that. Breathing in, reach it up. Breath out. Reach forward and down. Drawing the heart up as we inhale and exhale. Step back and lower down to the earth, or perhaps a chaturanga. Inhale into our snake, maybe through to an up dog. Exhale through to our downward facing dog. Remember that little step forward with the feet. Inhale, and we will step or hop or jump our feet towards our hands. And exhale, draw the belly in, fold towards your legs, have that bend in the knees. Breathing in, press down, reach up to the sky. And exhale, back into our Tadasana. Round 2, 2 to go. Inhale, up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward and over. Inhale as we lift up, halfway up. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back, lower down to the floor or chaturanga. Inhale, peeling forward and up into our snake or up dog. And exhale, pressing down to the earth as we take our sit bones up towards the sky into our downward facing dog. Breathing in as we step our feet to come forward towards our hands. And exhale, fold towards your legs. Inhale, reach up, gather the stars. Exhale, back into our Tadasana. Last round, inhaling, reach tall. Exhale, bend the knees a little, fold over. Inhale, lifting, open the heart. Exhale, plant the hands. Step those feet back, lower down. Inhale to our snake or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the in-breath, we will step those feet back towards those hands. Hands might draw back to the feet. On the exhale, we fold to our legs. Inhale, up towards the sky. And exhale, back into our Tadasana. Now we are going to do 1 round of our Surya Namaskar Bs as well. So this begins slightly different, has the same couple of sequences and then changes again. So I will just talk us through it. So we start in Tadasana pose. So take a moment, let those feet ground down, tailbone down, chest lifting, arms by the side. And to begin, we breathe in and take our chair pose. So breathe in, sweep the arms forward, bend at the knees, sitting back in our imaginary chair. On the exhale, we'll fold over towards our legs. Inhale, we're lifting up halfway, open the heart, draw the shoulder blades in. Exhale, hands plant. Step back, lower, down. Inhale, peeling forward and up into our snake pose. And exhale into downward facing dog. We're going to stop here a moment. This is where we get another change going on. So let's go right foot. Breathe in. Bring the right foot forward and plant it to the earth. Between the hands. Continuing, take a breath out, take a breath in, press down to the earth, and can we take our arms up towards the sky? So we're up in a high lunge here. couple of breaths. It's a long breath out to come down. So a big breath in. And exhale, hands come down to the earth. We step our right foot back and we lower all the way down, or chaturanga. Inhale to our snake or up dog. And exhalation through to downward facing dog. Take a breath. We're going to do that again, but this time on the left foot. So using an inhale, the left foot steps forward and plants to the ground. Take your time, take a breath. Next breath in, and we sweep our arms up to the sky. High lunging or warrior one-ing. Breathing here, a couple of breaths. And a nice big inhale. And as we exhale, it's all the way down with the hands, foot steps back, we lower to the earth. Inhale, peel forward, up, snake or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet are moving towards the hands, so both feet this time. So as we take a breath in, bringing those feet and hands together. As we exhale, we're folding onto our legs and we're finishing into our chair. So reach the arms behind you. As you breathe in, take your bottom into a seat position and arms sweeping up. And exhale, we're back in our Tadasana. Puffed there. So we will move through now to Chandra Namaskar, a moon salute. So this is a little bit hippie and a bit different to our Surya Namaskar, which is creating warmth and fire, and we've got a movement with each breath that we take. This one is a slower practice. Let's just do it. I won't try and explain because it's confusing enough as it is. So we begin in towards the top of our mat. So we're going to have a bit of room to move out behind us. So the feet are coming a little bit wider than the hips. And to begin, we take a breath in and reach up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to take a stretch across to the left side. So bringing yourself across, the left hand might take a hold of the right wrist. We can move our right hip a little bit to the right side and press down a little bit more firmly through the right heel, right foot. A couple of breaths. So we don't move with each breath, we actually stay and linger a little. And using an inhale, we'll draw back up to the top. Step the feet a little bit wider. And we're rotating our toes slightly outwards, so maybe at about a 45 degrees, and we're coming to Goddess. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, bend through the knees, palms together in front of the heart. We've got external rotation of our legs. Think about the weight coming more down to the little toe edge of the foot, but keep those big toes planted. Tailbone drawing under, chest opening. Press down, breathe in, and we straighten out our legs. Come so both toes are facing in front of you. And then we'll take our left leg, we're rotating our left toes away from, so we've got one facing, they're at 90 degrees, one facing forward, one facing out to the side. And we're coming to Trikonasana, our triangle pose. So take a breath in, reach the sky, and exhale, we'll bring it at shoulder height. Inhale, reach forward out of the hips as if you're trying to reach as far as you can. And then on the exhale, we're taking our Trikonasana. So let's just bring our left hand onto our left leg, possibly down towards the foot or towards the floor. And we're looking at opening and twisting out of the right hip to open our chest as much as we can out to that right side of the room. Gaze might be up at the right hand, out to the centre, or down towards that left foot. And then we will bring our right hand down as well. Bend a little into our left knee and bring the right toes around so that the heel lifts. We've got both toes now facing the same direction. And we're taking a little bit of a fold towards our left leg. So to begin, we think about the crown of the head growing forward, and then as we take a breath out, we're dropping the head towards the knee. So whatever bends we need in our legs here to be comfortable, but we're looking at a straighter leg than a bent leg, ideally. But it's all to do with how our bodies are behaving tonight. From here, it's a twist. So we want the right hand planting to the earth. We can come up onto the fingertips. Perhaps even the right hand might come onto the left leg. But we'll take our left hand up towards the sky. We take our gaze out to that left side. Exhaling, and the left hand will drop back down. And we're bending our right knee all the way down to the ground. And we're coming into a lunge, a low lunge. So right knee's grounded, left knee over left ankle. We might stay low with the fingers on the ground. We might come up with the hands onto the knee, lifting up through the sternum. Or potentially we can go all the way up with the hands coming, reaching above our head. So whatever version you're at, you take some breaths. And then using an exhale, and we'll bring the hands back down to the earth. We are rotating around, and left knee still bent. Right leg is straight into a little side lunge here. So we can be down low in a side lunge like this. Hands might come to prayer. Depending on your body, you might be up high. So we'll have both feet planted and we're bending into our left knee, straightening out through the right leg. So, or something in between. So finding where you're at. And we'll bring our right leg in and we're coming to a squat malasana. So we might be both feet firmly on the ground, or we could be up on our toes here, or we could be higher up in a high squat. So finding where you are playing with this. Now this is the bottom of our moon salute. So from here we're repeating those poses back to come up to stand again. So we'll take our left leg and extend it away behind us. And we're rotating, we're in our side lunge. So we might be down low, or we could be up high, but we are side lunging. we'll rotate around so that we're coming to a lunge. So we'll bring both toes facing the same direction. The left knee drops down to the ground, right knee over the right ankle. We can stay with our fingertips or our hands on the ground. Draw the shoulder blades in, bring your gaze forward. We can press down to the earth, take a breath in, come up, hands onto the knee, tailbone under, sternum lifting, and we can even progress that up to hands overhead. So whichever version suits you in this moment might be different from this side to the other. And we exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the toes of the left foot over and lift the left knee up. And we take just a little hoppy step forward. So we want both feet to be solid down to the earth. So heels to toes, solid to the earth. And we're straightening out-ish through the legs and we're twisting here. So left hand is touching down towards the earth or perhaps onto the right leg. And we inhale and we're opening our right hand up. Breathing in our twist. And exhaling as the right arm comes down. And we're staying straight through our legs. Get that chest opening, crown of the head reaching forward. Using an exhalation, we'll drop our heads, just dropping towards the knee. Hips are squaring. So right sit bone back, left hip bone forward. And from here, we'll rotate our left toes out. So our right toes are facing one way, our left toes are out to the side. We'll bring our right arm on the inside of the right leg, down to the earth or onto the leg itself. And rotating out of the left hip, we're opening up into our triangle pose, which is Trikonasana. Think about the twist and rotation here coming from the hips. Gaze at the right hand, at the left hand, or out in the middle. Pressing down and away with both feet. And as if we're scissoring our legs together, nice and strong, we'll breathe in and bring the arms up. Bring the feet a little bit closer. And the toes are pointing outwards, so we're coming to our goddess again. So big inhale, and on the exhale, draw the belly in, bend the knees, bring those hands together at the heart. Tailbone is down, sternum lifting, external rotation of the knees. Little string on the inner legs here, pulling them up and out. You don't want to collapse in. Press down, breathe in, straighten up. Bring our feet a little closer again. Slightly wider than the hips still. With the breath in, reach up to the sky. Breathing out, we'll go right hand onto left wrist as we're stretching out to our right side. Left hips can come a little bit to the left side. You can press down strongly into the left foot, left heel. And breathing in, back up to the top. And breathing out, bring the arms back down. So that is a cycle of a moon salute. Chandra Namaskar. Oh, let me just take a sip of water.
And I only messed that up a couple of times. That's pretty good for me. So on that note, let's move along to a standing balance. So finding a nice solid Tadasana, our mountain pose, feet under the hips, pressing down into the earth, lengthening up through the midline of the body, softening down through the outer part of the body. And we've got Natarajasana, the dancer pose. So shift the weight into your left leg and bring your right leg up off the floor, and we'll take our right foot into our right hand. Now, if this is enough of a challenge for you, stay right here. If you want to, you might bring your left hand up to the sky on an inhale, and on an exhale, we might fold at the waist a little. So we can just take a little bit of a hinge, we could take it a bit deeper, think about the hips staying square. We can have a little bit of a play around here. And we'll stay for a few breaths. And we'll use an inhale to lift up and an exhale to release. And then it's the other side. So finding our mountain pose once more, shifting the weight to our right leg as we take our left and take a hold, and seeing where we'll work on this side. Is it here? Perhaps we can take our breath in and up, breath out, bit of a hinge. Perhaps we can make that connection where we're lifting our foot away, making nice opening through the chest as the arm is pulled back by the foot. Wobbling around for a few more breaths. Remembering to smile, this is meant to be fun. And we use our inhalation to come up and our exhale to release. And we'll come down to the earth just through a squat. So bring the feet a little wide, breathe in, touch the sky, breath out. Down we go. Through a squat, we're not staying, just take a breath in, take a breath out, and we'll bring the bottom down to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together, and we'll just give the legs a little butterfly. They've done some work. The soles of the feet together, grab a hold of the feet, and just give the knees a little lift up and down. And we're coming to Upavista Konasana. So it's a wide-legged forward fold. So bring the legs wide. Now, if you find that you roll out through your lower back here, you're going to want something under the bottom. So whether it's a folded blanket, some cushions, perhaps even a block if you've got a block. But what I mean by rolling out through the back of the spine is if you can't sit up straight here and that you've actually got the bottom tucking under and a bit of a banana through the lower back, you'll probably find that the knees might point outwards, the feet might point outwards rather than up. Then we're going to have something under the bottom. So if that's you, set up. And we're taking a forward fold. So we're folding from the waist. So trying to keep straight up through the spine, at least initially. So we inhale to the sky, and on the exhale, draw the belly in, reach forward, fold down. Bring the hands to the earth. And wherever you have folded to, we'll stay. We'll breathe here. Now, if you've found that you've barely moved, what we might need to do is bend the knees. So if you've found that you have not got much of a fold, if you're feeling a stretch, great, stay there. But if you want to, if you're not feeling any particular stretch here, we might bend the knees up. That's going to release the back of the legs. Then we might be able to fold forward and actually get a stretch through the back. So it depends on how your body's feeling. Maybe you're getting a stretch through the legs here, even with not much of a fold forward. That's good too. So there's many ways to do or to play around with these poses. And we'll just keep breathing. So slow, smooth and steady. You can let the head drop so that there is length along the back of the neck. So we'll stay for 5 more breaths. And then to find our way out, we press the hands down, we breathe in. We're just going to walk the hands in to bring ourselves up. Take the hands in behind the legs, lean back a little, bring the feet together. Wiggle out those hips, those knees, those legs. And then we'll begin to bring our legs around in front of us. So starting in our Dandasana, our staff pose, we can take the bum cheeks out so the sit bones are down. And we're taking a twist here. So we're going to bring both feet, bring your weight into the right hip, bring both feet around towards the right side. So we're sitting at a little angle. Let me show you behind. So my feet are coming near to my bottom. And the other option here is we can have our right foot coming up into or towards the top of the left thigh. But if you've got any knee pain here, then it's best not to do that. But we've got that option there. And we're going to twist here away from our legs. We're going to twist towards the right side. Take a breath in. Think about length through the spine. So from the tailbone to the crown, reach up to the sky. And as we exhale, twisting around to the right, right hand to the earth behind us, left hand on the legs to pull ourselves around. We're staying in our twist and breathing here. Take your gaze over your right shoulder and think about the right hand being behind you to keep your torso up. So the right hand behind us, we don't want to be leaning back. We want to walk the right hand so it's giving us support to keep our spine up straight. Couple more breaths. And using an inhalation, lift to the sky, untwist. Exhale, bring the arms back down. We'll shake those legs off in front of us once more. And taking our Dandasana, so our staff pose, and we're taking the legs, both legs around to the right. So again, option to have the left foot up onto the right thigh or knee, but we can just stay with both feet settled out to the side, and we're twisting to the left. Breathing in to reach to the sky, and exhale, draw the belly in, twist around, left hands to the earth behind us to keep our spine up straight, and our right hand is onto our legs to draw our spine around in our twist, in our spiral. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. Last couple of breaths here. And we use our inhale to extend upwards, to untwist and bring it back to the center, and exhale. Arms come down. Shake those legs up. And we'll end up to be on our belly. So lying down upon your belly. And we can take the legs stretching away and the arms stretching forward. And we're going to begin with opposite arm and leg lifts. So half focused pose. Let the forehead rest down on the ground. And let the whole body surrender down to the ground. And we'll go with left arm, right leg. So left arm, right leg. As we breathe in, we lift up left arm, right leg. And as we exhale, lower down. Right hand, left leg, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And we're swapping again, side to side. Lifting on the inhale, lowering on the exhale. Working here with the rhythm of your breath, side to side. And we'll do one last round, so we'll finish on a right arm, left leg. And then we're going to do a left side, so left arm, left leg. As we take a breath in, we're reaching forward and up, and back and up, and exhale, lower, and we'll do 5 on the left side. So inhale to lift, exhale to lower, last one, and then we'll come onto the right side. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Last round. Give the hips a shake out, bring the hands stacked one on top of the other under the forehead as we wiggle and move through those hips. Let the shoulders relax, soften away from the ears. And one more little play here. I'm going to go into a little half bow. So let's work on our left side first. Bending the left knee so that the foot comes near to the body. And have the right arm extended out in front. And let the forehead rest on the ground. We can bring the left hand around, sweep it around to take hold of the left foot. And if we can, we'll get a little lift. So think about lifting that left knee off the ground and opening up so that the chest lifts a little as well. So we breathe in and lift, pull the foot back away from the bottom. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. We'll do one more. Draw the foot away from the buttocks as we inhale, lift that knee off the floor. And exhale to lower. And drop the foot. Bring the hand back around. Have a little wiggle side to side. And we'll move on to the right side. So that the right knee bends, right hand sweeps around to take a hold, and pressing down with that left side, we inhale to lift, And exhale to lower. So the knee, your right knee lifts off the floor. The right foot moves away from the body. The right chest opens. Exhale, lower. One more. And then we can release. And let's move through to a child's pose. So bring the hands through bring the hands closer, come through tabletop, bring the big toes together, soften down into your balasana pose. Bottoms dropping back towards the heels. Rounding through the spine, let the head drop towards the floor. We might bring the hands in under the head for some support. And stack the hands. Let the neck be long. Feel the breath all the way along that spine. Tailbone, through the lower back, mid back, upper back, up through the neck even. And last couple of breaths in our child's pose, or if you do want to stay longer, please do. But we're moving into our legs up wall pose, pretty Karini. I'm going to go legs up, Nana's cupboard pose. So we come in sideways towards our wall space, and we're going to try and keep our bottom in close to the wall as we flip around and flip our legs up onto that wall. So you can even shuffle in close so that the bum comes as close to the wall as it will. Slightly flexing through the feet so that they're flat facing up to the sky. You can bring hands onto the belly or arms out to the side or up and overhead. So have a little play around with the arms, but we've got a couple of minutes here just to rest. Very gentle inversion, as in gentle once you're here, you don't have to do much work, but really effective. The feet are well up to the sky, well higher than the heart. So getting that change in gravity upon our bodies. If you did have a different inversion practice that you wanted to do right now, please do. If you wanted to take your headstand or shoulder stand or handstand or some versions of these things, please do. But it's always nice just to have a rest at this point. Let the eyes close, the breath be smooth. And a few breaths here. slowly bring ourselves away from the wall. So we can just bend the knees and roll off to the side. Just press into the wall and create a little bit of space. Roll off to the side. We're coming back to find our final pose, our Shavasana pose. And we're going to just do a little pranayama practice when we're in Shavasana. So if you want to get on a warm layer and get yourself comfortable lying down on your back on the floor. So we can take our legs and stretch them away. We can take the feet a bit wider than the hips and they open out to the sides. Palms face up to the sky. Chin draws in ever so slightly. Draw the shoulder blades under a little so that the sternum is broad, collarbones are broad. Let the eyes close and the body surrender and sink to the earth. We can use our breath to do that, so 3 big breaths in through the nose and out of the mouth. And then let the breath flow, its own rhythm, its own pace. Let the body sink down to the earth. See if you can find softness throughout the physical body. The forehead, through the facial muscles, through the scalp, in the mouth, through the neck, shoulders, through the arms and hands and fingers, through the torso, think about a soft open heart, soft belly to receive breath, soft buttocks, thighs, lower legs, feet, soft toes. And just hooking into a 1-to-1 breath, so breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, but for a count of 4. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep that going, in for 4 and out for 4. To bring a space between the breath, the space between the inhale and the exhale, and a space between the exhale and the inhale, and we'll hold that for 4. So it'll be a breath in for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, breathing out for a count of 4, and holding for a count of 4. Each part of the breath is a count of 4. Inhale and stay, and exhale and stay.
Feel the body and its contact with the earth. Feel the breath flowing in and the breath flowing out. Just deepen the breath slightly. Awareness into the hands, awareness into the feet as we bring some movement there into the fingers, the wrists, the toes, the ankles. And we can take a little stretch and we can bend our knees and roll onto our side. Breathing here. Keeping the eyes closed as we press the hands to the earth and bring ourselves up to sit. Hands and fingers, palms and fingers draw together in front of the heart. Take a breath in through the nose, release it from the mouth. We close our practice with the chanting of 3 Oms, breathing in through the nose together. Namaste. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. Take it easy.